spot seeding, I'm going to show you how to avoid it looking like this, but more so how to look like this. So if you decide to go the pre-emergent route this spring to stop crabgrass, stop watching this video right now. It's going to be an absolute waste of your time. Everyone else, though, who's doing spring seeding of any kind, whether it's spot seeding or the entire lawn, sit back, relax, and grab a coffee because you're about to learn something. So this is something I see a lot in lawns here in my area, lawns around the country. I see a lot of people who go to the store, they buy these kits, whether it's Scott's or whatever, and they go ahead and drop it in the lawn, and they expect it to grow in looking like their lawn, and the end result is something along the lines of this picture here. You can tell right away the difference between the existing grass that's been there for a really long time and the area that has been spot seeded. If you look carefully, you could see your regular grass and then the little patchy spot that had something dropped there. You could tell there's something up with the seed that was dropped there because I see a certain percentage of that green there, pretty significant percentage that is, that doesn't look to be desirable turf. As a matter of fact, upon further diagnostics and looking up close, it looks a lot like a problem grass that I tell you guys to eradicate around here, and that is quackgrass, because once it's in your lawn, unless you hit the ground running with nuclear measures, it's very hard to get rid of, right? It's one of those weeds. What I'm going to tell you right now is going to save you from this mistake that 99% of homeowners and contractors who are novices to this art make all the time. When we buy a bag of grass seed, whether it's for a spot seeding or a broadcast seeding over the entire lawn, we're going to look for three things. Now, 2 of 3 are going to be relevant to this video, but the third one I recommend you look at anyway. The first one being the sell-by date. You want to make sure you're within that sell-by date, because what happens is your germination rates over time, kind of like a used vehicle, will depreciate over time. They will go down with how long that seed has sat without being planted. So it's very important that you make sure you are as close to that sell-by date as possible. Otherwise, if you're at an 80 or 95% germination rate, that's going to start dropping slowly with time, and your chances of success with that seed are going to diminish with time as well. So that's something very important to look at. Now, the other two, and that's really what this video is about here, anything along the lines of noxious weed seeds or weed seeds, weed being the key word here, you want to make sure that those are labeled along the lines of 0% or none. Now, why do seed companies do this? I don't know personally. Maybe you guys can fill me in the comments section. I would love that. But for some reason, a lot of seed companies out there like to fill their seed with these weed blends, these noxious weed seeds, and a lot of them are unwanted things that they put in there as fillers. And whatever reason they do that, I don't understand. But the key here is to make sure when you look at that, you want anything with the keyword weed to be labeled 0.00% or none or both. If your seed is labeled with both of those, and you're within the sell-by date, you are going to be fine, you're going to have success, and your grass seed, while it may not be perfect, it is going to blend in with your lawn just fine as it matures and grows in. It probably goes without saying you want to make sure you have the same, if not similar, grass blend as what you have. If you're dealing with cool season grass, you definitely want something with Kentucky bluegrass, perennial rye, and maybe if you have a mixture of fescue in there, you want to get something that has fescue as well. And as far as what you're planting and where, you want to make sure you have a sun and shade mix, or a sun or a shade mix, depending on how much sun or shade that area gets. Now, if you're watching this video because you made this mistake and you're noticing a lot of these noxious weeds growing in as fillers with your current seed, the best solution I can offer right now to get this cured as fast as possible is to plant new stuff. I recommend you check out this video right here, as it will teach you exactly how to do that step by step.